Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I am doing a concert makeup look and I gotta show you this product I just got today. Not sure how to, um, I guess I figured it out. But anyways, it's a cool product. Or at least I think it's cool. It's a makeup correcting gel pen. It's infused with moisturizing vitamin E. So it's supposed to be for your eyebrows, your eyes, and your lips. And it's supposed to correct any mistakes you make. So essentially the concealer is underneath and all that. So I'm so excited to try this out today. Here's what the product looks like. It's such a twist up, but here's what the product looks like. I am so excited to be trying this today. You know, if it works, it will definitely help me not use up so many makeup wipes. So yeah, I am definitely excited for that. Um, I'm excited for everything today. Today's gonna be a good video. Already done know it. Alright, so I'm just getting everything ready for the makeup tutorial. I'm like beyond excited. So today I'm doing it a little different so I can try that out. I do not have my ring on. It's on the stand. I'll put it back on after the tutorial. But I'm going into the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour full wear concealer in the shade Ivory. And I need to grab something really quickly and organize my box of used up makeup the other day to just, organize it, make it look better, and makes more room for other products, especially because I got a lot. So I'm using a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend that out. So blend that up here and up there. And we're gonna use I'm using the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to buff it out really well. I think this brush works better for concealer, especially on the lid, than an actual concealer brush does. Now for the face, if you want to use a concealer brush for the face, by all means, that will definitely help you. But so I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute while I'm doing the other eye. And let's do it. And woo, what a past few days it's been. So the past couple of days, me and my fiance have been having a rough patch in our relationship. It's just me having withdrawal symptoms of the depot shot. It's apparently not good for either one of us. I did not know that until now. So I am wetting my sponge. It's still going to be kind of a damp sponge, but I'm doing it a little bit differently so it sets everything while blending. I'm using the Real Techniques beauty sponge, but I'm using the Heritage Store rose water. And pretty much dampening it with the rose water and blending it out that way. The rose water is going to help pick up any excess product, just like regular water would, but it's going to help set everything as well, so I'm not having to do as much setting as I would without this product. Alright, so I'm going to powder and then use that product to help clean up. So I'm using the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear 3-in-1 setting powder. I'm using the cap. I'm just putting a little bit in. And I'm using my Real Techniques powder puff. To press it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this first to wipe off any excess powder. And then I'm going to use the pen to get any excess concealer. And it helps use that Heritage Store rose water up too. And I'm just leaving it as a stormy patch with the fiance thing. Because I'm not even getting into it. Alright. So now I'm going into the brand is B Color. And it's this. And it says, don't press, the direction says, apply the pen gently to the area that needs correction. Avoid pressing too hard or rubbing vigorously. So don't rub too hard and don't press too hard. Oh my gosh. That is so stinking cool. You just apply it and wipe it away. That is so stinking cool. I like that. That's making this a whole lot easier. I'll probably need like a Q-tip or something. Sorry, I'll remember that next time. But for today, I'm using my fingers. That is so stinking cool. I like that. Oh my gosh, I do. I still like that. So a little bit more right there. It's a little few extra steps, but you gotta think also. This moisturizes wherever you apply it. So then, you know, it's not leaving you dry as if, I was using a makeup wipe. I would, I'd be drying out my skin and all that. So I like this product. Yes, it's a few extra steps, but it's moisturizing, not drying. Feels good, for sure. But anyways, that definitely does feel moisturizing. But anyways, my fiance is downstairs, so oh, that feels good. My under eyes feel nice. So, um, so this is great. I'm definitely gonna keep using it this tutorial too. So we're going into I'm going into the gel eyeliner first. So if there's any corrections to make, I can make it with that pen. Without disturbing my eyeshadow. I'm warming the product up first. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to, wipe my hand. See, now I gotta, now I got a little transfer. See, now I got a little transfer, so now it's like I gotta use the product. That's why I'm doing it now, so it's not disturbing my eye look for this concert look. Like, I am taking a bath after this too. But yeah, let's just say with the rough patch with my fiance and me, let's just say it involves some people. I definitely love this product. already. This definitely helps people look flawless. So maybe this product is the answer to a flawless makeup look. But I do need all the mistakes are away. Oh. You know what I mean? Like all the mistakes are now gone away. Once this little part that I'm doing here I fix. And any eyeshadow mistakes I make, this will help too. So, anyways, I don't know what to do with what's on my hand now. But I'll definitely need to use Q-tips to be able to get in the inner corners. Inner corner of my eyes. And now let's do eyeshadow. I'm going into the LA Colors Nude palette. I'm taking the little brush out. I'm saving that for later. I'm taking my crease brush here, my fluffy crease brush. It's kind of hard to do different, nice look with this. I'm gonna try. I'm going into this top crease shade here. I'm starting here. I'm going out. I am gonna blend this color down too. But I just wanted to start at the brow bone. You know what I mean? So now we're going to work this color into, or I'm going to work this color into the crease. This is a great transition color. It's actually a great shade for just leaving it here and going on the lid shade. No, just leaving it simple, which is what I might do. And I'm pretty much doing the same thing as I did on the other side. To this side, I'm gonna have to clean off my nose a little bit, yes. But it's fine. I heard someone mess with the ladder and I thought it was my fiance for a minute, so. Oh. Hold on. I'm sorry, I had to figure out what the hell my fiance was talking about, but I don't care anymore because, he's just a dick anyways. Um, so I'm gonna go back in, but I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm going back into that crease shade I used and deepen it up a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. So I don't use that palette enough. I don't use eyeshadow palettes enough. I use eyeshadow each tutorial, and I use eyeshadow when I do my makeup off camera. But I don't use it enough. I don't wear makeup enough to have 6 different palettes. I mean, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have like 10 palettes next year to go through. Just because of the idea I have. Okay, that looks better. It was coming off a little sheer, just a bit sheer. Anyways, now I'm using my large eyeshadow brush from Equal Tools. This is a great pack-on brush. Well, one of the great pack-on brushes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to keep this palette out though. But yeah, I'm gonna dip in to the second lid shade. As like a transition lighter shade. And then we're gonna deepen it. I'm gonna deepen it up just a smidge. If you did, then you can forget about it and come up here while I'm awake. You can stay down there until I go to sleep. So, like I said, sorry about that, but like I said, just deepening it up just a smidge. When I mean just a smidge, I mean just a smidge because I'm going into this last shade, which is kind of like a light gray. I mean, if you're at an outside concert, they're not really gonna tell what color your eyeshadow is unless you do it like super dark colors. Don't even listen to what I do. Hey, it is what it is, and I don't care if you listen to me or not. This is just the way I roll, especially because I'm also putting a glitter topper thing on. And then you are to start answering me the second I text you. Because if not, I won't text him anymore. I think that that's more important than my stupid ass father. That's not gonna match my that. Anyway, sorry about that rant. So I'm going into the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer Shadow in the shade Snow Blossom. This I'm kind of putting everywhere, even up here. So this look is a lot different from date night. And a lot different from party. Okay? With date night and party, when I did this, it was sheer, not all over the place. This, I'm doing it just in case, you know, you are outside. Or if you're inside even. It hits the light and it looks so beautiful. Especially if, you know, you're like me and, you know, kind of like when you're little, like have a crush on the people and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna use this one more time on my eyes. And it's making my eyes look kind of greasy at the moment. Trust me, it does help. It does work. This is like a lifesaver. And that's just to get any fallout, anything extra. Alright, so now I'm going into 3 primers again, and I'm gonna have to clean the back of my hand off. And it's like, you know, pissing me off and everything because I'm like, I don't have any makeup wipes. And of course, I'm getting a bath after this, so it's like, you know what I mean? Alright, so again, for a concert, you're gonna want to stay matte. You're gonna want to make sure you're matte. You're gonna want to make sure that you are uh shine free. I guess that would be matte. You know what I mean? So to be able to make that happen, I am using a matte primer because sometimes matte primers, not radiant primers or anything, will help keep you matte. The Neutrogena Prep and Correct Redness Correcting Primer. So I'm going to squeeze some on my finger. I'm going to rub my fingers together. And I'm just going to start applying to my nose. And I'm going to tell you, this stuff actually does keep you matte. Everything that, you know, I'm using, besides all the eyeshadow palettes I'm using, trying to boost them up, everything I'm using is tried and true. They keep you matte. They keep makeup from getting cakey. it's a whopping 4 hours or so, depending how much you're moving around and everything before shine comes through. Your makeup starts getting cakey. So after that 4 hours, do not wear any of this makeup I am teaching you. Do not wear after the 4 hour mark because you will look cakey and heavy. And it's just not a good look. When I did it, it was such a horrible look. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't. Um, but yeah, just don't. It's not a pretty look. I was horrified at the way my makeup looked after the 4 hour mark. When I went to take my makeup off because I usually don't wear it longer than 4 hours anyways, usually it still looks brand new at that 4 hours. But those days it was a whopping 4 hours and it started getting cakey, started getting heavy, and all that. So yeah, do not suggest doing that. So the makeup that's like a constant thing is gonna go back in my drawer. And then I'll just, use the eyeshadow palettes, sparingly. So I'm going into a mixture of the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. Like, I'm gonna do 2 pumps on the back of my hand of that. And 2 squeezes, pumps of the Maybelline Baby Skin. They're not big pumps on this one, but it still has that velvety texture, and it's still easy to work with, and it still feels nice. And it still works. Because sometimes I'm wondering if I just need to use more of this to get that velvety texture, but I'm seeing now I don't need to because I got that velvety texture now with the way this is going. So this is just a great product. These both are great products, especially for looks like this when you really want your face primed. Um, I'm definitely gonna need to look up some ideas of these kind of looks. Like I could do a 70s, 80s, and 90s look too with these products. Try to use them up. Or a 2000s look even. Well, I'm like spreading it out uh, every once in a while. And this product is what mostly got cakey, was these two. but I still mix them to get that velvety texture that I love of those the Maybelline Baby Skin, but I also gotta use the e.l.f. Which I'm still waiting on our fourth e.l.f. product to be used up before our last two e.l.f. products before I start stopping to use e.l.f. a lot and use more of the other stuff. So I'm able to start putting on foundation, which again, I do not, this is the only thing I have close to foundation. I do not suggest that you do this, but I'm doing it for the sake of the video. So it's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So I have a foundation to put on. So here, right here, and right here. And again, this actually oddly provides coverage. So like you can use this on your own, on its own. You can use it as a foundation if you're like me and feel comfortable doing it. You know, but use it sparingly, especially if you're going to use highlighter with it. I'd use powder, but again, for the sake of the video, and for the sake of using up makeup products, I got to use cream. But it's okay. Because if you feel comfortable like me to do everything, I don't care. Because, you know, I can pull it off. If I really powder, if I really do powder, I can pull off this grease ball look. What it reminds me of, a grease ball look. Because it's really super glowy and dewy. It literally looks like a grease ball. But the nice thing is, it does dry down. And hopefully you're not like me and, you know, can't powder here. I mean, yes, it's nighttime here now, but it's still kind of hard. So, what I'm gonna do, or we're not even at the highlighter part. Okay, I'm doing concealer next. Fantastic product. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, and I'm kind of stippling it on. And then I'm kind of just going like that to get the best amount of coverage that I can. And of course, going around the nose. Make that nose look small. And then I'm between brows too. Great concealer. Definitely recommend. Um, I'm pretty much just waiting for that to marinate, and then we can go in with our sponge again, which has dry it down, so I'm gonna need a little more spray, but it's fine. And we can also do it on the face with the Halo Glow to kind of get the shine down and to really set it into place. Because then powder and setting spray is just the third thing that will help it really lock into place. I mean, you can also use water. Alright, so I think that's marinated enough. So again, more rose water, really getting it wet. Alright, that's enough. I'm going to start using this technique more. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it helped take the shine down. Like, look, it doesn't look so shiny on my face. And it's really setting it. Good job, sponge. I like how this looks. So now, I'm going into cream contour. And yes, this is going to look like a lot. Okay. I'm going into the Rimmel London Stay Matte Concealer and the shade Espresso. This is going to look like a lot. On the cheek hollow. I'm sorry if this looks like a lot to you, but this is how I imagine. What I'm doing here is how I would imagine doing my makeup for a concert. Like I said, this is how I imagine it. Very sheer, light look, but a lot more into it. So those looks I gave you earlier, I would do for date night. And, party, but those, at least for me, I'd strictly save this for a concert. I know the contour looks a little weird on the side of the nose. I'm sorry. So, now we're going into cream blush. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush and Bora Bora and the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer brush. I'm slowing it around. Around. And around. I'm putting it on the back of my hand to make sure there's not too much product. And applying. This is a cream to powder formula, so technically you don't need to put powder blush over this. I just do, especially for these kind of looks, like the looks that you would want your makeup to stay for a really long time. So that's why I'm like trying to be careful here. But I'm also like, you know, sharing it out a lot because of that. Alright, since I'm a greasy mess here, what I'm gonna do is I'm using the NYX Away We Glow liquid highlighter. I'm gonna use the doe foot applicator and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. And so instead of like putting it straight on my face, it kind of gets a chance to be less glowy and greasy looking on my face. Know what I mean? Especially because of that e.l.f. Halo Glow I have on as foundation. It's not a good idea to mix any cream highlighter with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I just do. Know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to look like a big grease ball. No, I probably will be looking like a big grease ball. So today, since I decided I'm going to change it up, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal more. So the L'Oreal will be put in the drawer. But there will be times that I will use this product too. Alright. I think that's it on the sponge. Sorry, I'm taking a bath after this, so it's like all this will go washed off anyways. So I'm only using my powder puff for the under eyes. For the face, I'm using a powder brush. Now I'm doing the powder a little bit different. The only reason I did it the way I did for the eyes, ow, is because I wanted to. But I'm going to put an equal amount of the regular set powder and the baking powder in the palm of my hand and taking my powder brush and I'm dipping into it and I'm kind of like warming up the powder which it didn't help anything but besides become a huge big mess. But I'm still doing it this way. Now, I'd probably set more than what I just did. Just because of the fact that, you know, it's a concert and everything. But I'm not going to. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the bright powder. I'm using my powder puff for this. I'm going to look up so I don't set any folds. So now my makeup's set. Besides up here, but I'm not working with that anymore. So now, setting spray is going to help set this, so this will be fine. Now that we have the concealer and all that on, I'm going to go back into the LA Colors palette. I'm going into the little brush, and I'm going into the cream colored, this color to use as inner corner highlight. Um, and I'm just honestly, I'm not leaving it at that, but I'm honestly just going to put everything into the drawer until I know what I'm using and I'm not using. So I'm going into the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkiss. So this is just going on my chin today. Maybe. That's the best I can get it. And now I'm going into the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Blush in the shade Always Cheeky. And now, this is the final look. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.